Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co. And this is going to be not an all-in unboxing this time. Rather, we have a regular core box. This thing is heavy. If you haven't picked up, wow. If you have not picked up Middara just yet, this thing is a heavy, heavy box. Let's move this stuff out of the way over here. Let's take a sip. And let's talk about this. So, Middara. Let's just show this again. That's gonna be Middara. Middara over here. This is one of the heaviest boxes I've lifted in, well, any recent time. There is more content to this game, obviously. This is gonna be... They had Middara, which launched a while ago. This is hardly going to be the first unboxing you've seen, because the first time Wave 1 launched, it already arrived, and people saw it, people played it, people unboxed it. We have all that content already exists out there in the YouTube space somewhere. You know, if it didn't come out this week, it's basically non-existent, but people do still search for videos, find them, all that stuff. But Middara came out on Kickstarter, and this was an ambitious game. This has taken up the entire camera. That's how ambitious it is. So let's go ahead and let's just pull the box top off over here. Set this off to the side. We'll get that a little bit in view, not so much. And now we have all this. Just gonna be one box today. This is kind of boring, all things considered. But don't worry, we have another unboxing coming later this week. An unboxing for Titans from Go On Board. And if Go On Board isn't a name you know, it should be, because there's like 35,000 people signed up to see The Witcher. So we have tray 1. I'm just gonna pull these trays out and we'll deal with it one at a time. We got tray 2. And Middara is a game that... Well, okay, let me focus on this and we'll come back to the situation there shortly. We have tray lid over here. We have the book of something. This is going to be, what is this? What is going on here? Why do they have like a cover page? Is this upside down to protect it? So we have this book over here, which is going to be the sum of components, choosing a game mode, playing encounters, adventures, and items. So this is basically straight up a rule book. This looks, you know, it's spiral bound, which changes things. You know what? I'm going to look at this shortly, when I can actually get at it shortly, because everything's in the way. We have Act 1, and then we have Middara Blighted Terror Bounty Pack. What's this going to be? This is going to be, well, Blighted Terror Bounty Pack. No idea what's in here. Looks like some sort of scenarios or whatnot. All that stuff. I use or whatnot a lot. And then we have Unintentional Malum Act 1. We have the Crawl Book and the Diagram Book. You know what? I'm going to take all of these out and we'll go through all the written content shortly. Let's go through things a little bit slowly here. This is just incredibly ambitious in how much stuff's going on here. We have another book. Oh my gosh. We got dice. This is going to be a mess trying to put this back later, but we'll figure it out. We've got cards. We got a whole lot of stuff going on. More cards. I'm not going to take all that because I don't want to lose it all. We have more cards. We have Act 1 Adventure Book. Do they not have, like, jobs? Like, how do they write all this stuff? I mean, I guess that is their job now, right? So we have cards and cards. We got bases. These are going to be fairly boring. We'll ignore those. We have tiles. We'll take a look at these shortly. Putting this together after is going to be a bit of a mess. Maybe I will or won't unbox it, rebox it after this is done. What do we have under here? We have underneath this thing over here, we have more something. So let's go ahead and take that out shortly. Just take out the stacks of cards. This is not the usual rambling, because I'm all focused on the components over here. We got stacks of cards over here, more stacks of cards over here. This is no way I'm gonna be reboxing this on camera. It's just gonna be way too messy. And then this can go on the floor, out of the way. There goes up any hope. That's not working the way it's supposed to. That was supposed to give you, there we go. Oh, this is what we have. Okay. So it's going to be standee type stuff. Again, the unboxing here is very different than my usual unboxing, but nonetheless, okay, we got art. Let's focus on some of the art over here. So these are going to be punch boards, which, you know, have their, let's look at this. So if you look at this, I don't even know what these punch boards are for. Do they replace miniatures? Are they instead of miniatures? Are these miniatures you get otherwise elsewhere? I don't really know, but, you know, who cares? We got miniatures, what the point is. We got standees, I mean. We have lots of fun standees over here. We have tokens over here. And more tokens. I'm knocking these things out, which means I'll lose them on the floor if I'm not careful. And then more tokens. And then more tokens. And then this over here, which is a board. So let's drop the tokens on the floor. Literally drop them on the floor. And we got this map situation over here, which I assume will work together. It looks like it's cut off. This looks like it's cut off. You know, we got a bunch of options over here. But I assume this will combine with stuff from Acts 1 and 3, 2 and 3. I mean, just the way they're cut off, it could be the full picture, but it looks like it's meant to belong to a greater whole. We will find that out another time. That's all going to go back down into my box. And now I'll start going through things. This is a complete mess, which is on par for the course, really. So, what was I talking about? I don't even remember. Completely lost track of anything. Middara, Kickstarter, Titans, The Witcher. I don't remember stuff. I have no clue. But anyways, let's talk about the Middara. Middara is a game that I actually did not back at first. And the reason I did not back it at first, I'm so lost as to where to go first. We're going to do miniatures last, timestamps down below. We're just going to go through some various things over here, but we'll figure it out. So, I did not back Middara because it was a $500 all-in pledge. That's what it was. I mean, that's before you cover, like, resins or who knows what or whatever. But just the highest bundle pledge that they showed you, before you figured out just how much everything was going to cost with optional buys and all that, that was $500 just baseline. And I was like, you know what? That is a crazy amount for a board game. There's no way I'm doing that. Absolute insanity. Not in the slightest. Just not happening whatsoever. Fast forward, 2 years, and, well, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind a bit of as far as what's reasonable and unreasonable in the Kickstarter space. And, Marvel United is screaming my name with their $500 all-in pledge for the expansion stuff, the standalone sequel, as opposed to even just the base game. We have some beautiful art here. Zulfigar, Spirit Blade. Let's go ahead and show you some of these. So we got Zulfigar, Fragor, Animate. I'm just going to read things out loud, but like the sheer variety here is insane. I mean, Animate, Regeneration, during your regenerate phase, doing your refresh phase, heal 2. Are these characters or are these enemies? So this might be an enemy, I don't know. Zeke Xiong's going to be a character. So that looks like a character over there. We got Remy Moretti, Shady Training, Exhaust. So Remy Shady Pass is given her insights. Move one space in any direction, including diagonally. And then she has Avian Flight. Remy is gifted with feathered wings that allow her to fly. Here's our flavor text in honor of our Crackalope buddy over here. Nope, no flavor text. Actually, it's not true. That is flavor text. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and read flavor text. Daughter of the Black Hand. The Moretti family has a dark reputation. Together with the help of Grace Young, governor of Ramstead, Malik Moretti established Lenia's most notorious criminal organization, the Black Hand. Specializing in information brokering for the aristocrats of Alenia, the group was tolerated by those in charge. With Grace's support, Malik transformed the small village of Ramstead into a bustling trade center. It came as a surprise to everyone when the ruthless and cruel Malik Moretti had a daughter arrive in Middara. Oh, she's a Moretti. She's the daughter of Malik. The girl was harbinged from Earth through private services, circumventing the country's long waitlist to have children. Many saw this as an attempt to keep the child secret so the family's businesses wouldn't bring unwanted consequences for the girl. Remy's upbringing on Earth was one of hardship, something Malik had orchestrated to help build character. Oh, that explains my childhood. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to keep going because it's long. But we have characters, we have more characters, we have enemies, I assume, more characters, Nightingale, Arsa, Femke, I have no clue who these all are, but there is a ton, an absolute ton of content here, all with gorgeous art. The fact that this thing is like $100 for the base pledge, honestly, seems like a deal at this point. It seems like that thing's like £20, the base pledge is like maybe 125, I don't remember exactly, and it just seems like an incredible deal. We have Damn, Grotesque Effigy, Blighted Guardian, or we have Fragor. Are we back to the start? Right from the start. You are a thief. You stole my heart. Stop. Okay, this is good. This says, do not reveal cards unless specifically instructed to do so. Large hidden card deck. Cool. That's good. I'm cool with that. I will listen. I am nothing if not someone who listens, I think, or something. But anyways, so where was I? I did not go all in on this game because I didn't back this game because I didn't want to back this game because, well, it was expensive and I had some degree of sensitivity to a $500 price tag. Storm Thunder has changed my mind. Marvel United has changed my mind. Multiple games have come and will come that will change my mind. Doesn't mean I should do it. Doesn't mean you should do it. But just because I do something doesn't mean it should be done. This is beautiful. So I don't know if you can see this here. Let's see if we can tilt the angle. But there's like, I don't think you can, looking at the camera, I don't think it comes across. But this is shaded in a way. You can kind of see the water as a different highlighted texture. You can see it with these eyeballs. Wow. Again, I don't think, you can kind of see it with the eyeballs over there. You can see it over here a bit. But it's got this different texture on different parts of the tile that make it pop. Which is absolutely beautiful. Then we have, Elevation 3, Elevation 2. Oh, height. Height as a factor. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Very cool. These tiles are absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Again, this game is beautiful. There's a reason I was intrigued by this game. So this elevations, that's so fascinating. There's like a step over here called Elevation 2. Then we have the actual treasure area called Elevation 3. And we have some sort of demonic mark over there, which is probably not a good thing for us. These are beautiful. These tiles are just absolutely gorgeous. Wow. But yeah, so, anyways, Before my mind got changed by all these other campaigns, I had self-control once upon a time, and I did not back this thing. Then I traded for a copy because I, well, changed my mind and I wanted it all. So I do have it. And also, like, the Middara is striking in the theme it brings to the table. It's an absolutely striking game. Beautiful to look at, as you can see over here. I mean, look at these tiles. The artwork is just beautiful. And we have, like, aspects on the tiles that make it more than just whatever. There's elevation, there's all these things going on. I'm going to go ahead and open the second card pack because I want to. And Middara is well rated. It's an incredibly well rated experience. People seem to love this one. It falls into the category of many, many more games that I will have a hard time playing. Chronicles of Drunagar right now, I'm in the middle of that one as we speak. I'm up to like the fourth. I think I just finished the fourth mission or something like that. But I also restarted from the beginning to get it, basically to play it with my friends, then play it with myself. So I currently I played the first 2 missions with friends, and then I restarted and played it from the beginning myself, just myself, the whole way through. That's going to be this thing over here. So, just beautiful artwork again. Absolutely striking. But anyways, so Chronicles of Drunagar, I'm making my way through. Wild Ascent, I actually completed a 10-mission campaign, which is awesome. In case you're wondering, my thoughts haven't overly changed on Wild Ascent. I would say the one real change is going to be that, at least based on the one campaign I had, I felt that the characters escalated better. The power creep on the characters was better than the power creep on the game. So that could be a price of doing well, meaning I did well in the game. I don't think I lost a single mission in Wild Ascent. I certainly had people die, but I don't think I lost anything. Although I think if you lose, you restart, so it's a good thing I didn't lose. But anyways, the power creep I had, as my characters developed, was stronger than the game's development, which meant what was a tight tactical battle at the beginning of the game, as I got up to like missions, 7 through 10, I would say, it became to a point where I was just having a much easier time winning than perhaps I should have. So that's something I might house rule some sort of situation if it happens again, because past that, Wild Descent was absolutely excellent. I'm looking forward to diving back in with new characters. Then again, I'm looking to finishing Chronicles of Drunagar, I'm looking to play Dark Rituals, I'm looking to play Adventure Tactics, we can now add, I need to play Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, we can add Middara to the list. I'm kind of making my way through these things, but whoa, cool. I'm kind of making my way through these things, but also struggling at the same time. Again, these are good problems to have. These are if my biggest complaint in life is that I have too many campaign games that I'm not playing, well, I'm very grateful that that's my biggest complaint. That's going to be Middara. So, Middara, past that, anything else interesting about Middara? So, because I didn't come into this conversation with any planned topic, which is usual part for the course. I usually do not, but I will have to figure out where these are going. This is very different from my usual unboxing because I'm not reboxing it. I'm just going to be putting these all off to the side as I go through things because there's just way too much content. So, let's take a look at the dice. Why not? The dice. So my daughter's going to like this game, not necessarily because of playing it, but Ricky likes the art. She's very into anime-style art in general. These are nice dice. I assume they're extra. Wait, no, they're not extra. No. Titans is where I have extra dice. I just had a box of extra dice. These dice can go over here. That's fine. We got those. We want to do cards first or books first? Books it is. Good choice. So, this is nauseating, okay? That is how much content we have for this. That is an insane amount of content. I don't read books this long anymore, let alone play games this long. Introduction. A big book. No kidding. Thanks for purchasing Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1. We hope you enjoy it. This book will guide you through the story and encounters you'll experience in Unintentional Malum Act 1. However, we recommend using the Foretell app to augment the use of this book. Ooh, the Foretell app. I need to get that. Using the Foretell app alongside the Adventure book, you'll be able to enjoy Act 1. This entire book is in Foreteller? You have to be kidding me. There's no way on earth. How much could that possibly cost? Did these people make any money on this? Wow. Whoa. Okay, I'm whatever. If you need additional adventure sheets, you can find a printable PDF. This book is intended to be read in a linear fashion, starting from the front of the book and moving towards the back. It is important to not read anything that you aren't directly specified to read. So, obvious warning now. Spoilers. Before the mast. Nightingale crept almost silently through the crowd, eyes fixed on her target. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to go ahead and download the app because I'm curious. I am curious. Let's go ahead and download the app. Let's go ahead. Foreteller. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and install. Cool. Let's see how long this takes. Let's keep reading in the meantime. So, Era rushed around Nightingale as she jumped and lashed onto Zeke's back with both arms. Zeke! Her voice came out somewhere between a squeal and a screech, loud enough that a few nearby students turned to stare. Her friend grunted and spluttered, the cigarette tumbling away from his mouth. You trying to kill me? Nightingale dropped to the ground behind him. You don't need my help for that. She extinguished the still smoldering cigarette with a well-placed step. 2 years away from Earth, and you're still poisoning yourself. Now we're going to go ahead and open Foreteller app. Never actually, let's turn off the mute so I can get that over there. So yeah, before the mask continued, choose a starting pack or create an account. No, I can't do that. I'm not going to create an account. Maybe, depending how things go, maybe I'll take a pause and just throw a screenshot on the screen right about here and throw some audio in. No guarantees, because I can't guarantee that I'll do that. Depends if I can get the audio cleanly in here. But I am very curious just how good the app is. Just how good because I remember what's that game? Isofaring Guard had amazing quality Foreteller app, at least based on what they showed. I loved it. I was so drawn in. Didn't back the game, but I was intrigued by that. Choose a starting pack depending on the adventure. Nightingale, Zeke, Remy, and Rook. Choosing basic items and whatnot, equipping yourself, then heading before the mask continued and into the mask day 1. Your starting adventure is going to have these 3 tiles over here, and then, set up all that. Special encounter rules, loot. Ooh, they have a thing, don't they? Wait, where's the thingy? I want my thing. Where's my thing? This is something that you're supposed to read using their filter that will remove it. Is it in here? Nope, not in here. Is it in here? Nope, not in here. I want the thing. I don't know where the thing is. Okay, we have to find the thing and use the thing to look at the thing. But basically they have a little card, effectively, that will go over this and then you'll be able to see what's going on, which is a very cool way of seeing what's up without seeing what's up. The Mask Day 1, Wrong Way, Rough Start, Setting Up Camp, Check Out the Loot, Cozy Fire, the Mask Day 2. So that is what a typical scenario in, Middara will look like. I'm very excited for this game. I am very excited. Chronicles of Drunagar is... I'm in the middle of Chronicles of Drunagar. It's... Too many games. Too many games. We have the Diagram Book. The Diagram Book, I don't know what the point of this is, but I'm sure it'll cover what it's for exactly. I mean, it looks like this stuff is covered in the thingy, so... I got no idea. Maybe this is for specific scenarios. Then we have the Crawl Book. The Crawl Book is used for... No idea. The Crawl Book. Welcome to the Crawl Mode. In this players take control of adventurers to complete various standalone scenarios. Oh, that's useful. That is helpful. That is a way for me to not invest while still being able to try this out. Whoa, just tons and tons of content. It's insanity. Absolute insanity. We have the Middara Bounty Pack, the Blighted Terror, which I opened already briefly. I don't know what this specifically. We'll see. Just more red text that we can't see or read. Some beautiful art, as usual, par for the course. And then finally we have the rulebook. And let's go over the rulebook. Let's move these things out of the way. And let's look at the rulebook. Oh. Apparently, I have 2 more decks of cards that fell. I missed that. Anyways, so, looking at the rulebook we have over here, why is this like this? I don't like how this is, off by a thing. But anyways, so, rulebook is going to be a total of 74 pages long, but let's not freak out just yet. 74 pages long, it has an index, but it looks like there's... How much stuff do I have to know to play this game? That's the question I have. It's always the question I have is not, I don't care how long the rulebook is, I just have to know how much stuff do I have to know to actually play. Like Chronicles of Drunagar had a 7 or 8 page guide to jump in. It was helpful for jumping in. You did need to continue to read the rules after, but it was helpful for actually starting off. That said, starting off is often a decent amount towards playing, because you start playing, you get excited, you want to try it, and yeah. That's going to be this. Gorgeous art in this game. Absolutely gorgeous art. Really stands out. Middara is a beautiful system over here, and that's going to join the floor. Looks fine. It's all good. Okay, we got cards, then we have miniatures. So we're, making our way through. We cover the punch boards. Covered is a relatively loose term. Cards, miniatures, cards. Okay, what do we want to go with here? We're not going to open up everything because that would just be way too much. So I'm just going to pick what looks the most interesting. We're going to ignore the thing that says stop, don't look at it. That seems reasonable. From these card packs, here's what we got over... Ooh, I found it. Okay, where'd that book go? Okay, let's look at Crawl Mode. Ignore me rooting back down here. So this is the fun part. I have no idea if you'll be able to see this on camera, but if you don't want to see this, don't look at it. But reward. Ooh, it looks... You probably can't see it from over there. I doubt you can see it, but I can see it. Dun dun dun. It looks like that lady wasn't so crazy after all. Dun 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 dun. I'm not finishing that, but that works. This does the job. So... That's that. This is back down there, and we're back to the cards. Okay, we got rare relics. Let's look at some basic weapons. I'm actually more intrigued by the Ball of the Mountain. Let's take a look at something like that. We're going to go ahead and peel this off. Do I use my knife, or do I use this thing? The question is how well this one works. Okay, so these things on card packs, sometimes they work very well, sometimes they do not. Who really knows? Okay, let's see. That's off, and then this is off. And then this goes to the floor, which is my eventual cleanup pile. Just much easier tossing it. Ball of the Mountain. So, that's the Ball of the Mountain over there. It's take a look at it. It's going to be a 90 gold. I hope you get a lot of gold in this game. 90 gold, 1 green cube, 1 hand symbol, combo, shield, blunt, exhaust. When countering, you may re-roll any of your dice. It's a blunt. It's a morning star. That's cool. We have bone chipper. We have glass dagger. We have hide signature sledge. Again, this whole thing is so... The art's beautiful. The world is amazing. It's tons of content here. This is like a... I'm terrified of Storm Thunder. Let's not even talk about Storm Thunder. Let's pretend Storm Thunder doesn't exist until it shows up, which it might be a while before it shows up, so we'll find out that way. Gravedigger's Mistress. We have the Arman's Punch Dagger for 165 gold, giving you a blue cube, armor piercing, combo light, backstab, exhaust. There is so much content for this game. This is, I mean, again, this is just, we have those cards. That's one of these packs. We have times that by another 7, okay? That is a lot of content, a lot of cards. And that's not even talking about the small cards, the initiative. Let's put this in our do not look at pile. And we have more cards, more cards, more cards, more cards. This is all Act 1, if that wasn't clear. So I hope all of you who went all in, I hope you are promptly, as soon as you finish this video, just go ahead and start listing the rest of your gaming collection on eBay or something like that, because it's not like you'll have time for anything else. And when this shows up at your door, you'll be busy. And then you'll have other games you have to get rid of, you know. But in Acts 1, 2, and 3, it's nauseating. I keep using that word. It's not necessarily the word that Middara wants to be associated with, but in a good way, just because they are overwhelming amounts of content. That is too much. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do miniatures. Miniatures time. So we got our knife out of the way. We got our little card thing out of the way. Are these taped? Let's find out. This is always the part where I get to find out if it's taped. Meanwhile, you're looking at your camera, and I'll have like 2 people being like, Alex, I can see it's taped. But it's not taped, so joke's on you. So, putting this together after is going to not be fun. Let's take a look at some of these miniatures. Let's move this out of the way because it won't let me focus my top shot properly if there's stuff there. But we have this over here. That's pretty cool. Look at her. This is going to be the typical fairy, angel, not fairy, like an angel type character from Middara. This is one of the characters you play, I believe. We have that Double Hammer Dude. Double Hammer Dude is someone I've always wanted to hang out with. I've always said Double Hammer Dude seemed like a cool dude. And if you've seen his card does make him look like a cool dude. We have that. We have tons of just... I'm not going to do every single miniature as usual, but just looking at some of these. It's got solid miniatures. Solid stuff over here. And again, this thing is like, you know, Middara was a game that was untested. People backed it. People spent a lot of money on a game that they had no clue how well it would turn out or what would happen. And then they got their game, and it was a good game, which is nice when you spend a lot of money on a game. To have that good game, you know, work out for you. So we have this over here. You know, look at these characters. So, this is a little bit less rambly than usual. I'm focusing more, a little less, not very less. We have this plant head dude. Let's go ahead and give you a general overview of the miniatures so you can take a look in case you want to see any particular section. You can pause at any point or all of that. That is the most ghetto form of unboxing ever. But the alternative is that I spend a 2-hour-long unboxing showing you absolutely every single thing, which is not my jam. If you want that, then check out King of Average or King of Average and Board Game Coffee tend to have the best in-depth unboxings you can find. So if you want to see every single little thing, if you want to see things pointed out, picked at, all that, those 2 channels will do a great job doing that. For myself, I'm just here for the giggles. The giggles. I've actually giggled on the channel before. It was not a moment I'm proud of. Okay, these are some intense miniatures. So look at this character. You see the girl up top? Because I see the girl on top, just sitting on top of this beast. That is a beast of a miniature. These 6, I'll show you all 6 of these. And again, this is all just Act 1. This is not even covering anything and everything you could get for the game. Because anything and everything you could get for the game would be an absolute ton. By the way, that is not a knife that I recommend using in the kitchen. That knife is a little too big to cut things in the kitchen responsibly. So you should always be responsible when working with a knife in the kitchen. I remember there's one time, it's not a good time. There's one time when my wife cut herself, when Rena cut herself on a knife in the kitchen, and she called me, and I was on a call, and I was like, I'm gonna call, and she called me again because she cut herself with a knife. So I came upstairs to find her bleeding with her foot slashed open. It was not pleasant. It was fine. Went to the hospital, got some stitches, but you know, knives are a real thing. So use your knives in the kitchen responsibly. This little thing feels a little weird. Okay, we got that. We got 2 more over here. 2 more. Let's look at these ones over here. And again, this is just the base box. This is not even covering all the tons of content or even the promo pack. Like, I don't think this includes the promo pack either. There's an absolute ton of content you can get for Middara. This is a small subset of that content. Okay. And it's just the world building here is insane. I mean, you saw how thick that book was, right? That book was incredibly thick. Like, I mean, I'm not going to use the word again, but you know which word I want to use. It was that level thick in terms of seeing everything. I am very intimidated by this game, very excited for this game. I have to finish Chronicles of Drunagar, and I have to finish Adventure Tactics, and I have to finish Dark Rituals, because those are all things that are currently lined up. But then after that, we'll come back to Middara, because keep in mind, the web shop is open. They have their web store. I'll throw a link down below to the web store in case you want to back Wave 1, Wave 2, more content, or even just buy this game over here. At some point, I will actually play it and do a review, but like I said, I need to knock a few things out of the park first. I think Jesse's played this. If Jesse's played this, maybe I can rope him into, Jesse from Quacklope, if he's played this, maybe I can rope him into playing this with me and give me a walkthrough. This is intimidating, but very, very cool. That's going to be your unboxing of Middara Unintentional Malum. Expect, another unboxing coming later this week with Titans from Go On Board. That is one that is more of an area control game, very different experience, but I like all kinds of games. Well, not all kinds of games. I don't like war games, like the real war games with chits and counters and all that. I don't like, that's the only category of games I don't like, I think. There's other categories of games, I'm sure. There's other games I don't like, but I like a lot of different types of games. I like solo games, I like dungeon crawls, I like, Euros, I like war, I like area control games, I like party games, I like family games. There are a lot of games out there. This is an amazing hobby and an amazing time to be in the hobby. Its only real problem is that there's too many games, they cost a lot of money, and we kind of want them all. But hey, that's a good problem to have. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. Hope you enjoy your week, and as always, have a good one.